Why SNP matters to whole of UK. John Swinney, the SNP's Deputy First Minister of Scotland, told the Today programme this morning that the heart of its manifesto, due out later today, would be to end austerity in the UK as a whole, and would support Labour to bring that about. This may sound great for Labour and Ed Miliband, but it is in fact pretty much his worst nightmare. How so? Well, Labour last week put at the heart of its manifesto that if elected it would get the government's deficit and debt down in the course of the next Parliament, and to that end there would be cuts in non-protected public services for everything but schools, health and overseas aid. It did that partly because all its polling showed that in England it would need to demonstrate what it thinks of as fiscal credibility to get a hearing from undecided voters. So it is quite definitely not an act of amity and solidarity with its putative Labour brothers for the SNP, led by Nicola Sturgeon, to tell voters that she'll get the Tories out, get Labour in and make sure Labour won't stick to its fiscal promises. The great fear for Labour is that its recent progress in England will be derailed, while its collapsing vote in Scotland remains shattered. Which if you are a Tory, you may think is great. And in fact the Tories are currently shouting from the rooftops about Labour being bossed by the SNP. But the Conservatives could yet live to regret the consequence of campaigning on the supposed poisonous embrace offered by Sturgeon to Miliband, because it brings the risk for the UK of constitutional and economic crisis. How so? Well, the Tories may hope that by alleging the Labour government would be backseat driven from Edinburgh they'll persuade enough floating voters to switch to them, and secure an overall majority. However, all the opinions currently demonstrate that's profoundly unlikely. It would require a shift of votes late in the camp,